Hey guys, it's John. Hope you're doing awesome. Excited to wrap up the series here. Forgot there was one piece of technical trading info for crypto and for Forex and just general futures contracts, and I forgot to mention. And it's a very slight nuance, but it's one that's pretty important. And that's usually you'll use moving averages if you go through the other stock trading series, or just if you're familiar with trading. You'll usually be familiar with using moving averages based on the time frames. Something like the 50, 100, 200 for medium to short term, even or medium to long term, even a little short term sometimes. Something like the 7 in the 20s and the 50s for kind of ultra short term day trading, maybe using EMAs there instead of SMAs. Again, all in the crypto trading series, yada yada. But in Forex and with futures, I found that those weren't as useful, and I found that what more people use in Forex and futures are alligator, the Williams alligator, and it's an indicator that's on most platforms. Basically, it's just Williams alligator, um, and that's going to be these three lines right here. You've got this green line, this red line, and this blue line, and it's just some subset of MAs that people really like, and it actually works really, really well in Forex and futures over traditional moving averages. This right now is a trade that I'm in Bitcoin, and usually what you're looking for with this indicator is kind of the green crossing the red. Depending on the kind of asset you're trading and the kind of leverage profile, the kind of contracts you're trading, you can trade it kind of differently. So one option, and this is a weekly, so it's kind of exaggerated. Excuse me. But you're basically looking for this green to cross the red, and that's usually really bearish or bullish, whatever direction it is. So that's kind of the serious decider on this. So for instance, here the green crossed the red on the daily, and then that's kind of what you use as your leading indicator. And say you want to exit the trade when it crosses it again, it's like a pretty decent trade. When I trade, I usually try to use that as a confirmation tool, and I also use it like as you normally would use moving averages as like a mean reversion level. So, for instance, I'm in this trade on Bitcoin. I'm short right here at about 69, and you could kind of enter that trade knowing that your average mean levels, your moving average-ish levels, are going to be near the Williams alligator, and you want to see reversion to it. Something that also really helps with that is having Bollinger Bands, I found. So Bollinger Bands work really, really well when you're trading sign of that mean reversion strategy here on the daily. And then actually, if I don't know, on this one in particular, usually what I'll do is I'll kind of look at that on the longer term, and then you go in on the daily and you look for something like an M. So this was a nice M. If you zoom in more, on this, it's even nicer. It looks jagged, but it was pretty nice. Had a lot of it just had a lot of consolidation here on this second peak on the M. Yeah, you see all those hammer candles. So yeah, so that's just trading stuff we should already kind of be familiar with, and it's already taught, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, so that's, and then you can even see the crossover here, right? So it's a really, really good confirmation tool. You can use it for a conservative slash unleveraged entry tool if you want to take an easier trade, or you can get in on the harder trades based on other technical setups, and then use it as a confirmation tool and use it as a target for mean reversion, which is kind of what I like to do. Obviously, one thing is that basically every asset trades differently, and that's the cool thing is that you'll kind of learn how to trade it based on the asset. But yeah, outside of equities and kind of softer commodities, I've found the Williams alligator to work just a lot better, just really, really, really nicely compared to moving averages. So I use the Williams alligator most often for these kinds of trades, and I would recommend you give it a shot as well. Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, have a great one. Best of luck. See you.